Hey guys, welcome to another podcast. It's been a few weeks now since I've done my last one, so I felt it was time to discuss another topic with you guys. I hope you guys have been enjoying the blog reboot. I certainly have. It's been a joy to come back to writing, as writing is one of my giant passions that I love to share with people. So I hope you guys are enjoying the weekly blogs again. I'm really enjoying them myself. Anyway, though, today we are going to be talking about deloads. And I know I've written a ton on this topic. You can look back at my blog. I've written several different ways to deload. I've written topics why you should deload. And I truly believe one should deload. But today we're going to answer how to deload properly. So in the midst of, wanting to talk about this, I have been in the process of trying out 3 different types of deload methods lately. And the problem I always have with deloads, for me anyway, I always seem to lose strength, motivation when I come back to training after a deload. And I've done this for a long time now. I've been training for about 10 years, and I never started deloading until about 5 years in. And then after that, I noticed that I'd get the benefits of like the mental reset from deloading, but when I went back to training, everything felt heavier. I felt like I was just off pace. I would go through a training block, 4 to 5 weeks. Training was feeling good, and then I'd force myself to take a deload week, and then I'd come back, and I had lost like 5 pounds off my bench. 5 pounds off another exercise here and there, and just like my strength was not there. My form was not there either. Stuff just took a while to come back, and then it would take me like 3 weeks to come back from that deload. So I stopped deloading. I stopped completely. I just continued to train, each week, and then adjust as needed, and if I need an extra day off, take it. And that worked for a great long time, and I did that for close to a year actually. But then after a year, I started, or close to a year I guess I'd say, I started to notice that I needed, I guess, not necessarily a training break because I love training, but a different training intensity break. So I decided to start looking into deloads again. I decided to start experimenting with different methods. And after 4 types of different times of deloading, different ways, with different percentages, different ways to go about it, drop in volume, drop in intensity, drop in both. And for those of you that don't know, volume is weight times reps times sets, and intensity is the amount of weight lifted. And I've actually written blogs in the past that shown you should, keep your intensity high while dropping your volume. Well, I kind of changed my thoughts on this a lot lately. So now I'm going to describe to you the method that I used this last time that worked wonders. And I'm back in another training block this week, or I'm back in another training block for this. This is my second training week after the last deload I did. And training is going phenomenal. I actually lost no strength and actually gained like 5 pounds on my bench on my first time benching after that deload week. So here's the method I use now. This is completely different than anything I've ever done in the past. But it was actually the one thing that I always struggled with deloads was they were always boring. I never looked forward to them. You would go in the weight room, you'd decrease your volume, you'd decrease your weight, you'd go home and you'd feel like you just didn't do much. And deloads can feel like that. This method of deloading is nothing like that. You will actually get an amazing pump. You will feel like you did something, and at the same time, you're getting a break from your normal routines. So here is what I did this last deload method. Now, you can adjust this accordingly to however you want to. There's a couple different ways to go about it. This is the way I did it, though. So right now, in my actual training blocks, I'm training in an upper-lower fashion the beginning of the week, and then the end of the week is rotating different body parts. So, for example, this split I'm currently on is Monday upper heavy, Monday upper heavy day, and then Tuesday a lower heavy day. Wednesday is a pull hypertrophy day. Thursday is my rest day. Friday is a lower hypertrophy day, and Saturday is a push hypertrophy day, and Sunday is a rest day. So I'm training 5 days, 2 rest days. Now, those are that's the training block. So for me, a training block will last 3 weeks. That's 3 weeks of progressing the weight up. Then the 4th week is the deload week. So for me currently, the deload that I've found that works best is using an upper and lower fashion and doing a complete circuit routine repeated 3 times for each of those days. Now I realize that sounds super complicating, and if you really think about it, it's not. It's just a circuit. So for example, this last deload I trained Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, took Thursday off, trained Friday, Saturday, took Sunday off. So the days were exactly the same. The difference though was Monday was upper, Tuesday was lower, Wednesday was upper, Thursday was rest, Friday was lower, Saturday was upper, Sunday was rest. Now each day though too was not a regular training day for me. Each one was a giant circuit routine. So for example, on Monday I did 2 exercises for chest, 2 for back, 2 for shoulders, 2 for arms, and then I just repeated that 3 times. And I did the first the first round through was all 12 reps, second round was all 10 reps, so I upped the weight, hit 10 reps, and the last round was all out, everything I could do to hit 8 reps, and up the weight again, obviously. And after 3 rounds, that was like an hour routine, I felt awesome. I had a sweat going, I had a pump going, and I also was able to maintain my intensity for the week. And in the long term, my volume was actually maintained too when I broke it down. I actually took out the math, did all the math to my volume, and the volume was reduced without me knowing it. So everything was reduced. The workload was easier, so it was considered a deload week, but it tricked my mind because it was a circuit training routine. I only took like 30 seconds to a minute between exercises and plowed through it like that and got it done in an hour. And I did that for all 5 training days for that deload. So Monday was an upper circuit, Tuesday was a lower circuit, and my gosh, lower circuit was insane. I started off with leg press and then did lunges and then leg curls and leg extensions and calf raises. And it's just, you can get really creative with this way of training. And it's also a way you could throw in, let's say you go into your normal workout, your normal sets and stuff just are not feeling good for the day. You're not motivated. Here's an idea. Try taking all your exercises and stop the pairing and just do everything in a circuit fashion. So instead of like 5 different supersets of exercises, 1 giant circuit of exercises. It mixes things up, keeps it interesting, and it allows you to really have a lot of variety and improve and maintain your volume and intensity too. And you could do that through the whole deload week. And that's personally what I did. Each day was the 12, 10, and 8 rep scheme. So 3 sets of each, 3 rounds so 3 rounds total, which would equal 3 sets. But the first round all 12, the second round 10 reps, and the last round 8 reps. And I did that for each training day of the week. Now I left plenty in the tank though too. So for example, I wasn't killing myself at the end of the deload week. And now Monday and Tuesdays were pretty heavy. I did get up for some damn grinders on that 8 rep set, but I wanted to maintain as much intensity as possible, to maintain as much strength as possible during a deload. Because for my body personally, if I'm not touching the heavy weights, I actually detrain pretty easily. Now, maybe that's not said for everybody, but this is what works for me personally, and it might work for you too. But now at the end of the week, though, I was really wanting to take effect of the deload week, so the upper and lower routines on Friday and Saturday were nowhere near as tough as the beginning of the week. This allowed me to come back the next week feeling motivated, ready to come back into my next training block, and I felt so strong coming back. I felt so remotivated to come back. I mean, this was the best deload I ever done in my life. I felt like I hit gold after I hit this, and I logged the whole week. And I think I actually might post a blog on my page and just post all the workouts I did for that week. And you could use it as a template. It's a total body setup, so you could use it as a whole template for whatever program you're on. It doesn't really matter. And each routine was around an hour too, so good timing too. But don't feel set in stone to do exactly what I did. Feel free to mix it up. Another way you could do it is do total body workouts. Now, if you're going to do it the total body method, like do a total body circuit, I would not recommend 5 training days in a week for a deload week. I'd recommend dropping that to about 3 days. So pick Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, train total body, and then Saturday maybe do like a shoulders and arms day, just a pump day. just to get in the gym and push out some lactic acid, get things moving, and as it's been shown to help with recovery. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's for this week. I hope you guys try this out. This has been a game changer for me, literally. Deloads have always been something I never look forward to, and a lot of people don't look forward to them because a lot of people think they're boring, and they don't have to be. You can actually have a lot of fun and really try mixing things up. And you could mix more things up too than what I did. You could, pair calves with arms or something, or, just have fun. A deload week cannot necessarily even be a deload week. A deload week can easily just be for mental reasons. Training in a 3-week block or 3 to 5 week block, whatever it is, your brain needs a break more than your body, actually, in my opinion. So maybe just, totally mix it up. Try, even if you want to deload by doing just like a bro split for a week, just mix it up some way. I do think deloads can be beneficial done in a proper manner where you do increase volume or decrease volume and decrease intensity by a bit. But I also believe that one should not stray from their normal volume intensity to maintain training adaptations. So there you go, guys. Hope this helped this week, and we'll be back in a couple weeks for another podcast. In the meantime, enjoy the new blogs I've written. I've written a few new blogs. A few weeks ago, I wrote one on rules when you're a natural bodybuilder to maintain and build as much size and muscle as possible. I also posted some things that can help with rest days. And this last week, I posted a blog on my top 10 TV shows. So for entertainment purposes, be sure and check that one out too, because I have a pretty good repertoire of TV and I love reviewing stuff. So check that out, guys, and we'll see you next week.